there's the action, all the pyrotechnics. Everything was ablaze. Everything was allowed here at Bank of America Stadium as Carolina emerged from their tunnel. And we are ready to go as the Panthers get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Las Vegas Raiders. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Let me check this out.
At their own 26-yard line.
Jordan Love on the side. Why you get Jordan Love? 3 TDs, 1 pick, 75 for the line.
Jacobs with a carry on first down. He's going to get about 3 there before he's taken down.
That's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It's only a 3-yard run. But for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Carr with a play fake to Jacobs.
What you say he did?
Trying for Brown, and it's intercepted. A.J. with a pick. Not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know the fans are thinking right now, I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down.
Them niggas getting pressed and wasn't beating nobody. I need some speed. On the ball.
Run with McCaffrey.
I was.
5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it, and be frank about it. Most
not right now, folks. Give me about 30 minutes.
On a play call like that.
So
when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
And he'll go down at the 28. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
There's Christian McCaffrey with another run. CMC, as he's known in the Carolina area. Easily the most productive running back in the league last season. 2,392 yards from scrimmage. He's just so dangerous every time he gets the football. You hand it to him, throw it to him.
And he'll take this into the end zone.
Scotty wasn't even getting off, bro. Thank God.
Robbie Anderson, 28 yards. And the Panthers are going to take a first quarter lead.
I want India to
this will be
develop
good to give the
Panthers
a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, Raiders 0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So
is it a Raider?
Nothing to score as they start 1st and 10. And this will be a
let me get Henry up
as he gets it to the 30. Brought down at the tackle there by Richard Sherman.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz
and
detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit
fuck them other people. Nigga, look out for me.
And they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
Fuck them
I thought when Josh Jacobs was coming out of the University of Alabama, he was an absolutely perfect fit for John Gruden's offense with the Raiders.
Yeah, something like that.
I was absolutely right. Led the NFL rookies in rushing a year ago. Moved down 250 yards. In fact, the only rookie to top the 1,000-yard barrier. And this kid is a workhorse who can carry the football in any situation and catch it out the backfield.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10.
I don't want the team Grant short ass. I might as well keep Scotty Miller.
He uncorks it for Snead. This is caught inside
He
the
wants to
15. And he will score.
I got
Touchdown, Las Vegas.
Touchdown.
Willie Snead.
Daniel
47
I got a 6'5" nigga with 95
They're
speed.
an extra point of tying this thing up.
Kick is good.
And he's got it up and through.
Ties the game at 7. Daniel Carlson to kick off.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away.
Nigga, Seattle got DK.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
No, my nigga's 6'3" though. He's 6'3", 93 speed, 93 as hell.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they're going to have a shot here with a 1st and 10. A good start to the drive here as that's caught out on the left side. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
Hold on, wait a damn minute.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46.
What's up? What's up?
Give him 3 on 1st down.
Who the Giants?
Set up a 2nd and 7.
A 3-yard.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a
Oh,
win-win,
you don't like
but
what
if
the
you're on
Eagles got?
offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
He said no. I said, I'm gonna come back to you.
The play fake,
I'm about to see if I
and
can
it's
get
Darnold.
this,
He's going to air one out for Anderson. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. And give him a gain of 37.
I know you can let me do a Marshall on that. I ain't got no corners.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. A 9-yard touchdown run. And the Panthers have taken the lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
And ultimately cannot get this out. To the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
2nd and 10. At the 23-yard line.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
Panthers 14. Raiders 7.
Throwing on 2nd down. Carr. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now it's Carr. And that will be incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
A 41-yard punt, 9 on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10. at their own 41-yard line.
This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards. And it's 2nd and 2.
2nd and 2.
Here's Darnold. Flushed out right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Well, we knew this guy wasn't especially fleet of foot, but he tried to conjure up some escapability, but there was no way he was getting away on that one.
And the Raiders call on a nickel set for 3rd down. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. It's caught inside the 25. And he is going to have a Panthers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Well, one thing's for sure. They're going to have to come up with something at halftime because he is absolutely roasting them right now.
They're going to go through the whole litany of things, changing coverages, what are we going to do to put a man on him? The big thing to me is treat it like a good pitcher treats pitching a game. Change your timing, change your location. So sometimes you're up on him, sometimes you're back. Just change up the looks that he sees and make him just a little bit more hesitant.
Well, they've got 3 tight ends here on 1st and goal to add some extra mass. McCaffrey, and he takes it into the end zone for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers add on to their lead. And he's able to put it through.
Makes the score Panthers 21.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. On the return comes Drake. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with this deficit, you can't have too many more drives like the last drive where you had to punt it away.
You know what I would tell my offense right here? The punter doesn't exist, guys. He doesn't even exist. He's not a team anymore. I just cut him. All right? So you've got to go out and create some offense for us here and give us some points. No way does that guy get on the field on this drive.
Poor punter.
Yeah, it wasn't his fault. But, hey, listen, there's got to be casualties at times. We're trying to win a game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
When we talk about the best corners in the league, we're usually saying shutdown corners. Guys you can't complete passes against. Richard Sherman fits that definition to a T. The best part of his game, no wasted moves. He studies the opponent so well, hard to get a pass on Richard Sherman.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
And he'll get it down this time to the 17. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a third time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
On the ground, McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
First and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
23-yard line.
Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half.
Las Vegas.
On 1st and 10, here's Carr. And he was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
On play action, it's Carr. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They're not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
And they'll indeed stop him on 3rd down. And now what do you want to do with your timeouts?
Another nice job there defensively. They've had it bottled up throughout this game. They used their scouting really well, but they've executed even better throughout this game. Their job now, don't relax, and all of a sudden, give them a chance to break off a big one.
We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. A lane opens here. He's past the 3rd.
Reggie Bonifon on the return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 34-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. Here's McCaffrey. And he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Darnold down to throw. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down. The shotgun snap for Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, 39 yards. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double-check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down,
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. Running is Jacobs. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
Hey, what you doing this stuff like? Yeah, what you doing this stuff like?
On play action, Mariota. He's going deep for Brown. And he fires one that's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it.
Well, it's 3rd and long, and you've got a few different ways to play it offensively. But this is not the type of offense that's going to wave the white flag. They're going to keep chucking it. And this time, it results in an interception.
They start on the ground with McCaffrey and give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
Now this one complete downfield.
Let me get the badge in, man.
Get this to the 30-yard line.
Oh, let me get Melifano.
Catch there by DJ Moore, who's really starting to come into his own, and he's one of that pack of receivers in the NFL now that looks like running backs and plays like that as well when they catch the football.
Give me some, bro.
Last year, nearly 1,200 yards receiving.
Nigga, I did. These niggas ain't got no money like that. I picked up short.
Top 10 in the league. Expect those numbers to continue to grow.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup.
Now Darnold.
Source for the honey badger. I'll do it.
Throw taken in by Sims.
Hey, man.
And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here, 3rd and 5. The last completion actually lost a yard, so now they'll need to convert on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup, and that's going to make it 4th down. And no move to get the offense off the field. They'll stay put on 4th and 1. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Christian McCaffrey unable to get to the marker. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on, and it's 2nd down.
10 at the 21-yard line.
Mariota. He'll look downfield for Waller. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. They go play action. Mariota. And that is incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th. They're indeed going. It's Mariota. And there's the first NFL catch for Henry Ruggs. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big pickup there, 20 yards as they convert on 4th. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Again, it's Mariota. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 44-yard
line. This Carolina offense at the line, ready to go. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you've got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you've got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot.
And he's going to be sacked. They sack him back right at the midfield stripe. Yannick Ngakoue. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. And we're back now in Charlotte. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. From the 50, it's Darnold. That's caught. It's Dan Arnold, the tight end. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
6-yard line.
Back to the ground on first. It's McCaffrey. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They'll run with McCaffrey. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. It'll be a gain of 11, and that's going to make it 3rd down and less than a yard. Here's Darnold. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Robbie Anderson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Panthers have got it on cruise control. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Makes the score Panthers 42, Raiders 7. Joey Sly to kick off for Carolina.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
The Raiders take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing again. Carr. He uncorks it for Snead. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 45. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. The utter domination here just continues. This defense, I don't know what more we can say all around about their performance.
Well, it certainly feels in this game like maybe they're facing a Canadian defense. 12 guys on the field. It feels like there's an extra on every snap because they have really struggled to make headway.
Touchdown, Carolina! Robbie Anderson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Panthers 49, Raiders 7.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
5-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. Henry Ruggs, the rookie, his intended target. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Shotgun now for Carr. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. That's a corner that got in there for the sack. Dante Jackson.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. The Raiders do snap it. It's Carr. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. So no reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
And a Las Vegas first down.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Carr. Reception here by Ruggs. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how weird is that to the pigs? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this is really the start to the season that you're hoping for if you're a coach or a player. They've got the big lead here in the 4th quarter, and now can really take some time off the clock. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
Instead of running, Darnold's going to throw this thing. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
And here's Darnold to keep it. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It's a loss of 11 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
I can't believe they let you play. I can't believe they even let you play.
Now it's Darnold. And a most curious way there to burn some clock. That was wild. And at the end of all that, it winds up a safety. All right, Charles, help me out here. 4th quarter, you've got the lead, and you run backwards into the end zone. You're just trying to do too much.
I almost don't have words for it. But, you know, every coach that we talk to talks about running backs or people running the football, running north-south, getting upfield. He went way in the opposite direction, and that's going to cost his team.
Yeah, it cost him big time. Still leading, but it costs him. On 1st down, Carr. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. Henry Ruggs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. To throw again, Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Richard Sherman.
Carr's pass intercepted. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at the 29-yard line.
After the interception, here's Darnold going for it all. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. I think all teams probably like seeing that schedule for the first time, looking at week 1. Oh, good, we're at home. This is why you want to be home in week 1. They're looking sharp.
And I agree with you totally. That's what you want. But there carries a little extra pressure with that as well, because you and I both know protecting the home field Winning your home games is paramount in this league. So you go into it, yeah, we want it, but now you actually have to go out and prove it.
Yeah, two sides to that coin, and looking like they're going to protect it here in this one.
Today's final score, Panthers.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier.
All
When
right,
they're scoring
now,
that many
who
points,
talking about?
allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.